What's up guys, it's Ty aka Timberlands and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old, thanks for sticking with me this long. Welcome all. So anyway, we're going to do a really subtle makeup look today and we're going to talk about black girl luxury. I hope my little space heater doesn't mess up the sound or anything, but it's cold, so you know, I need to be warm. First and foremost, this makeup look is like my go-to. It's like a natural no makeup slay. So that's kind of the vibe I'm on. I'm going to be spending some time with my friend today and I want to look cute, but I don't really want to be in full glam. So let's jump right into it. First things first, black girl luxury, what is it? Now, just for context, a lot of people think like this isn't a new thing. Black women have been living luxurious lives, you know, a small percentage, but nonetheless it's been a thing, have been living luxurious lives for years, decades, however long. But it's become more of a trend and like kind of a movement and a concept here in the more recent years that has kind of taken off on the internet. So I want to talk about it because I feel a way about it. Not a negative way, but you know, I feel a way about it. I've also seen some negative reception around black girl luxury. Sorry, y'all. I am really not good at talking and doing makeup at the same time, so just bear with me, please. So black women, black girls, by large, in the more recent years, have kind of embraced this concept of living soft, luxurious lifestyles. Really what it is black women getting into a space of wanting more out of life. Like, people say it's bougie, materialistic, whatever, but everybody has their own reasoning for wanting more luxurious lifestyles. And, you know, a lot of people collectively feel the same. Now, honestly, for me, I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. I myself am I'm living my black girl luxury life right now. I think it's important. And I think a lot of people can resonate with this when I say that, you know, it's healing for me. When I grew up, we were in poverty. We didn't have a lot. I don't come from much whatsoever. And I was pretty much low income my entire, not even pretty much, I was low income my entire childhood, leading into my adulthood. Like, you know, as a college kid, I was broke. As a young adult, I did what I could to make it. In short, my life has not been easy when it comes to finances. And there was a lot of stuff as a kid that I wanted, that I couldn't get. There was a lot of things I wanted to do that I wasn't able to do because we couldn't afford it. And my mom simply could not, you know, invest the time and money into all of her children. So there are things that I missed out on as a kid. And so for me, like, embracing this in my adult life is me really helping heal my inner child. You know what I mean? Like, I get to do what I want now. Like, I have a career that gives me a lot of flexibility and it's beautiful. You know, I'm not gonna say things are perfect the way I want them to be, but I'm okay with my circumstances, right? And so really just being in that mindset is healing in and of its own. But there's a lot of things now that I can enjoy and experience that I didn't think I was going to be able to experience when I was younger because I simply could not a lot of the time. Sorry, I gotta turn it off. But yeah. So I say all that to say, this concept of black girl luxury is healing for a lot of us. It's a lot of us finally saying, you know, I do like nice things. I do like to experience things. I do like to spend time just doing things that I love and that make me feel good. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that at all. And honestly, I love to see it. I love seeing, especially women that I'm close to, or women that I connect with online, or even just women that inspire me. I love seeing Black women literally just living their best lives and getting everything that they want. Like, that is so inspirational to me. Like, that does something to my soul in like the best way. And I want to see more of it, which is why, like, this is, you know, this is something I like to talk about. I like to kind of give my perspective on it, because I think a lot of people kind of take it and think that it's like something negative or something that's like superficial, but it's actually really healing for a lot of us. So I really just want to kind of take this vlog to talk about that. That leads me to the naysayers, like the people that don't like the whole Black girl luxury thing. I saw someone on TikTok saying that they were glad that Black girl luxury was dying and all this kind of stuff. And honestly, it just makes me sad. Like, so the reason why this creator said that is because there are some people within the Black girl luxury or soft life niche. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my stuff over here before I get too deep into the subject. I really suck at like organizing my stuff when I'm trying to film and do something at the same time. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so basically the reason why the creator said that they were glad that it was dying is because there's people within the niche community that are being elitist and kind of being buttholes. And in other words, like, these people, there's some people that may be shaming people for not having certain things or not being able to do certain things, or like even using like stuff like Klarna and Affirm and Afterpay to pay for things. Like, it's all kind of crazy. Now, in that regard, it is super valid to feel some type of way about people being that way. Like, it's completely valid. I literally saw a girl on Twitter that was like, what did she say? She was like, doing your own hair very much gives poor. Like, girl, what? And I addressed that on my TikTok because I was just like, this is getting ridiculous. I know it seems like I'm putting a lot on, but honestly, with the makeup revolution brushes, a lot does not come off of, like, you don't get just a crap ton of foundation on the brushes. So that's why I have to like apply multiple times. But anyway, so this girl was like, doing your own hair very much gives poor. And honestly, like, that stuff is insane. There are so many reasons why. First of all, let me just say, I'm a DIY girly. Like, if I can do it myself, I'm gonna do it myself. And y'all who have been subscribed to me for a long time or follow me know that I like to do things myself. My hair, my nails, my makeup. I just started doing my lashes. Like, sometimes I do my own pedicure. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with DIY. One, it saves money. Okay, it saves money. And two, it's relaxing to me to pamper myself. Like, it feels good to go get pampered. Of course, like, it feels good to pay other people to do something so you can just chill. But honestly, like, it's a level of comfort and self-care for me. But anyway, I don't want to get too much on that. So yes, there are people in these attitudes, like with these attitudes, and I be calling some, it's people with these attitudes out here, and they be saying some crazy stuff, like stuff that is ridiculous, stuff that is very much elitist, things that perpetuate, you know, supremacist ideals, which we don't rock with over here. Okay, let me just make it abundantly clear that any of that elitist mean girl crap, I don't support it. We don't do that over here. We are very much loving, kind over here. This is a safe space for everybody to be exactly who they are. As long as you're not being a bigot, you're welcome. But nonetheless, those ideals do exist. My only dig at that is that within every niche and every community exists people who are ignorant. Like, that literally exists within every movement, every concept. Like, you cannot get away from it, because at the end of the day, people are going to be people. So I, for one, am not going to, you know, invalidate or wish mal on an entire niche concept lifestyle community just because a few people are being idiots. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. So in that regard, like, I disagree heavily. I'm like, okay, so what did everybody else do? Like, what did the whole community do? For example, I feel like this is for example, one of my favorite creators is Jackie Aina. Okay, been for a long time. She's just, you know, she's such an inspiration to me. Such an inspiration. Jackie Aina does not give mean girl vibes. She does not give elitist vibes. Like, she's very realistic. She knows where she came from. She has a reason to like the things that she likes and do the things that she do. And if she didn't want to be humble about it, she really doesn't have a reason to. But the fact of the matter is, she is very humble. And she's one of the biggest creators kind of like in this particular niche, like the whole luxury lifestyle niche. So there's no, you know, if someone that big can absolutely move with humility and love the way she does, because she does, I've seen it, then there's plenty of other people that do that as well. I'm one of them. You know, I am in my journey. I still am building. I'm still doing all the things I need to do. But at the end of the day, like, I really just want people to be happy and be, you know, loved and feel loved and love on themselves and all those good Venus energy type of things. Like, that's just the type of person I am. And I'm never going to invite, you know, malice and elitist and supremacy ideas into my own space. So that is the reason why I'm like, okay, you shouldn't shun the entire movement just because of a few people. Shun those people. That's what what I'm really noticing about individuals is that instead of like shunning the specific people that did the wrong thing or said the wrong thing, they want to shun everything else, like everybody else. And that's just not realistic. It's not realistic and it's not fair. So I say all that to say, Black girl luxury as a concept, as a trend, is not going to die, okay? Like, it's very much alive and well. If you don't want to participate in it, you absolutely don't have to. Like, nobody's forcing you to. But, you know, for the sake of this conversation, it's not going anywhere, okay? Now, let's get into what it is. Like, if you're a person who wants to get into that soft life era, live that Black girl luxury lifestyle, if you're not a Black woman or a Black girl and you really are just inspired by the movement and, you know, you still want to get into that soft life era, there's a few things that need to be known first. The first thing is that, like, luxury looks different for everyone, okay? Luxury absolutely looks different for everyone. For example, I feel like I live a luxurious lifestyle. Am I a millionaire? No. But there are certain things that I do in my life that are luxuries to me, okay? And at the end of the day, that is all that matters. What is luxury to you? You know what I mean? So I use Jackie Aina as an example. She lives a luxurious lifestyle, Black girl luxury, thriving over there. But everything Jackie Aina does might not feel like a luxury to everybody. It really is just based on your own preference, you know? For me personally, what I consider a luxury to me is being able to go get my pedicure once a month. I always use that example, but that's because that's what feels like luxury to me. Somebody else might not feel like that's a luxury to them, and that's okay. But the thing about it is luxury is completely subjective. So you can define what that looks like for you. You define what it looks and feels like to truly live a soft life. Me personally, because I am building, I find different ways to incorporate like a luxurious thing into my life. And it's like, I start small, you know, because that's what everybody should. You should start small. If you're a person that is interested or, you know, aspiring to this type of lifestyle, you have to start small and you have to start with where you are. Other point I want to make is that you don't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to live in luxury or to appreciate luxuries. Like, you literally don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, a lot of things that are beyond needs, I mean, even our needs cost money, okay? So let's just put that out there. But things beyond needs, of course, usually require some type of time, energy, or monetary investment. So of course that's something that you're going to be considering. But does it mean that you have to go out and buy a Chanel bag? No. Does it mean you have to buy Dior? No. Does it mean you have to buy Maison Margiela? No, that's not what that means, because that might not even be your vibe. Like, luxury for you could literally be going to a paint and sip once a month, or you know, a pottery class. Like, who knows? But the thing about it is, you don't need a pottery class or paint and sip to live. So it is a luxury, okay? It's a pleasantry. It's something that you're doing because you want to enjoy it. All right. Now, another way that you can truly do this is really, it just starts with finding the things that you like. Like, if you like scrapbooking, like if you like vision boarding, there are things that you can do to incorporate like these nice luxuries and these nice enjoyments into your life. We spend a lot of time working, and you know, if you're a parent, taking care of kids, like taking care of other people, whatever your situation is, a lot of us spend a lot of time working, right? And so what I consider a luxury is being able to actually set aside time for myself. Like, outside of doing things that's just making me money, I like the idea of being able to set time aside for myself to do things. And that thing could look like reading. It could look like journaling. It could be shopping. It could be, for example, one thing that I've been doing is collecting fragrances. That is absolutely a luxury. Also, collecting fragrances really just makes your girl feel luxurious, okay? Because I'm like, what better way to feel good than to smell good? You know what I mean? But anyway, it looks different for anybody. So you truly just have to define what luxury is to you and make those small adjustments. How do you make the small adjustments? Well, I'll give you an example. For myself, I in the morning, hold on, y'all. So for myself, skincare is important. Skincare for me is self-care time. Now, I used to be just like wash my face, put some moisturizer on, and go about my day. But I've slowly upgraded my skincare routine. I've invested into some products that work really, really well for my skin, and I'm investing in the time. So in the morning, I would say at least once a day, right? Once a day, I'm going to invest at least 30 minutes into skincare. I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. That is my luxury. That is my time investment into something I love. Now, normally I will do skincare twice a day, morning and at night. But even if I miss my night routine because I've fallen asleep on my couch or something, I'm going to still do my morning routine. And I'm going to still take that time to care for my skin and care for myself to help me feel better and start my day on a good note. So for me, that is a luxury. Now, also, what people don't understand about luxury is that having extra time is a luxury. And a lot of times many of us can't afford to do that. Like, many of us are waking up, getting the kids ready, working full time, coming home, cooking, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of people don't have the time to spare. Time is a luxury, right? But if this is something that you're wanting to step into, like, even if you don't have to have a 45-minute skincare routine like I do. Like I said, that's a luxury to me. And like I said before, luxury for everybody is different. But you know, if it is something like you investing more time to yourself in the morning, wake up a little earlier. You know, wake up a little earlier. Add like 5-10 minutes to your skincare routine. Wake up and do Pilates or do like yoga or something like that. Whatever the case is, you can always start where you are. The analogy that I've been using lately is like, think about it this way. If you're someone who's trying to find financial freedom and you're trying to live that soft life, say a year from now, you are where you want to be. So a year from now, you're where you want to be, right? Everything you're doing now is leading up to that point. So if you are truly trying to step into this type of life, the life of your dreams, your manifestations, all that, you have to start today. Like, you have to start now. And that is like a little simple investment of time for a lot of things. Give yourself time to experience something nice. That's literally where you start. You don't wait until, oh, like, I'm gonna wait until I can get the kids a full-time nanny or get them in the best daycare or when I'm making this. No. Because if you're always waiting until things are perfect, you're never gonna do anything. You have to start now. And I know, like, it sounds like, oh, well, Ty, like, I got so many things to do. Guess what? I did too. Now for me, I'll get into this in another vlog. I jumped off the deep end. Like, I was tired of the 9-to-5 crap. I was tired of all of it. So I made a huge decision, a very scary decision. And, yeah, look, I'm not gonna get into that on this vlog because that's a whole nother vlog. But trust me, I made the sacrifice. I have a child. I'm a single mom. Like, trust me when I say I get it. Like, I've been there. But it does take that leap of faith. And if you're not ready to dive off the deep end like I was, that's fine. You don't gotta do that. Like, everybody's journey is different. But just know that you can start today. Like, you can do something today to start manifesting, co-creating that life for yourself. And it just starts with a little bit of a time investment. Most of the time, invest in the time. And then if you have the monetary funds and you want to invest in it that way, then do that. But the point of it all is to say that, the point of it all is to say that luxury looks different for everybody, right? Like, it looks different for everybody. Again, what may be luxurious to me may not be a luxury to you. Like, it may be a technical luxury, but it might not be what makes you feel luxurious or what makes you feel like you're living this luxurious life. The other thing I want to talk about is kind of doubling back on the healing aspect of Black girl luxury. A lot of Black women have been conditioned to be excessively humble. I don't know what the word is for that, but I call it like excess humbleness or being excessively humble. To the point where we don't express that we like nice things. And I know, because I have been that person. And there's two things. One, now I don't really care if somebody call me materialistic. I don't really care. Why? Because I know who I am and I know my heart and I know everything about me that other people don't know. So they can call me what they want. The other thing is I can't control what people say. Like, I can't control what people say. We're all here living an experience. And of course there are necessities. There's priorities and things that take precedent over everything else. Like, that looks different for everybody. And there's things going on in the world that are scary and not great. But at the end of the day, we're all individuals here having an experience. And if one person experience is like, I really enjoy high quality luxury items or just something, whatever the case is, because again, it's all up to you. But if part of that experience is like enjoying that thing, there's nothing wrong with you saying that out loud. Like, there's nothing wrong with you admitting that. We don't even have to get into the people who are like elitists, because we've already talked about those people, and this conversation is not about those people, like the people who have ugly spirits and the people who are just flat out mean and, you know, are selfish. Like, we're not talking about those people, right? We're talking about, you know, people who truly just want to enjoy their lives the best way that they can without stepping on other people. There's nothing wrong with embracing the things that you like. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you like a certain thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. My mom has hi mom. My mom has always called me a diva because I've, you know, when I got into, I would say probably like my junior year in college, I was like, I want nails done, hair done, everything did, period. Like 2010, that's when Fancy came out. Matter of fact, Fancy by Drake. I wanted to have everything did. Like I like to dress up. I like to get glam. I like to look good because it makes me feel good. And when I feel good, I look good. When I look good, I feel good. So my mom has always called me a diva. Other people, and not in a bad way, but other people will say like I'm bougie in a negative way and that I'm like materialistic. One, if I'm bougie, then just let me be bougie. Like period. Like if I'm bougie, like allow me to be bougie. But the other thing is, you know, there's no need for one to crap. Hold on. There's no need for somebody to crap on someone else's preferences, likes and experiences because they don't have it in them to desire that themselves, or they just simply don't desire it, right? Like that's unnecessary. But also with all these titles and classifications, like I don't care. Right? Like I don't care. I've worked extremely hard for years in my life, and I want to enjoy some things. Okay, I really cannot talk when doing eyeliner, so I'm gonna do this real quick. So yeah, if you are someone that really wants to embrace like this soft lifestyle, black girl luxury, whatever it is that you want to call it, like you don't even have to call it black girl luxury, you can call it something else completely different. Like, and if you're not a black girl, you could call it whatever it is, luxury, like who cares? The point is, if you're trying to step into this phase, this era of your life, you do have to release what other people think about you. You have to release projections and these ideologies that other people might be pushing onto you, and you just got to do you. Like, you just really have to do you. You have to do you. Like, that's the most important thing. That's where you start, truly. So I'm gonna get a little bit into this about my own experience with my now soft life, right? So just quickly, I'm not gonna get all the details because I want to save that for a different vlog. In case there's people who specifically were educators or working a 9-to-5 and they need that kind of advice. I don't want to lump it into a makeup video because those people might not like makeup. But that being said, I worked in education. I also have degrees in various things. Like I have sorry, I can't talk. I have education in public administration, kinesiology, psychology, sociology. I have 2 professional certifications in the realm of physical education and kinesiology. And the thing about it is, like, I still love those things, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to continue, rather, I don't want to continue always trading so much time for not a lot of money or resources. And that is the reason why last year, probably around this time last year, I was like, I'm done doing that. Like, I'm going to spend more time and energy focusing on things that I want to do. In this last year, I have left a full-time role with a company. I have gone completely full-time content creation. Like, and it's been a scary journey. Like, finances definitely took a turn on top of other things that have happened. You know, it's been some scary stuff. Even within all of that, I was still doing things that make me feel good. I was still doing things that make me feel luxurious. So the point that I'm making is, one, you have to get to a point where you're ready to just do it and experience it and be in it. Like, you have to get to that point where you want it, that you're willing to make certain sacrifices, and then you have to make the sacrifice. Sometimes, like, if you do want an extra long skincare routine, you gotta wake up earlier. That means you might need to go to sleep sooner. That means you might have to stop scrolling on TikTok. Like, whatever the case is, whatever you need to sacrifice, you have to do that. You have to get to that point where you're just ready for something new, and you have to be able to cope with all the changes that come with it, because that's just what life is. Yeah, I can't really talk and do this. But the other thing is, like, you have to also embrace the things that you love. Like, if you don't embrace the things that you love, you're not going to make the sacrifices you need to make in order to do those things. it's a process. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. A lot of this, especially if you are a Black woman watching this, like a lot of times with us Black women, we have to unlearn a lot. Like, everybody has to unlearn something, but Black women especially have to unlearn a lot. And part of it is unlearning that excessive toxic humbleness that everybody was preaching at us, and unlearning the idea that you can't embrace the things that you truly love that make you feel good. Girl, you have to embrace the things that you love. If at some point you want to spend the coin on that Baccarat Rouge 540, then go do that, sweetie. Like, there's nothing wrong with you wanting that. Like, we see people like living, like, let's talk outside of the Black community. Non-Black people, we witness them live whatever life they want to live all the time. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to also have nice things, okay? Nice things are not just reserved for the quote-unquote elite. That's what they want you to think. That is, I'm not gonna get into this either, but that is why we have cycles of trends, okay? We got stuff coming off runway in fashion, for example. We have stuff coming off runway. This is the fashion shows that the elites go to, like the small percentile, right? The top percentile. We have those people purchasing these clothes, everything, and it's elite, it's runway, it's da 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 da. And then these like, a lot of times it's fast fashion brands, but you know, the lower end companies will replicate, and then all of a sudden that thing starts to die and go out of style because now common people have access to that look. It's a cycle, and it's been like this forever to make, you know, in order for them to keep their titles, they have to make it to where something is elite that certain people can get, and then that other thing, you know, once other people have access to it, it's not elite anymore, right? So we witness people, you know, experiencing these things all the time. And just because you're a Black woman doesn't mean that you don't have a right to experience it as well. You know, everything in this world is shared. Everything in this world should be shared, right? Especially something like, we talk about fashion or anything. But regardless, the point is that if you like something and you want to experience it, you should freaking experience it, like, period. Like, so you have to unlearn the belief that, you know, you're out of your lane or that you're not deserving. The last thing I'm going to say is that to really get to this point of the embracing, of defining, identifying what it is that's meaningful and luxurious to you and makes you feel cared for and loved and fulfilled, is gratitude. When you can get to the point where you can experience such abundance with exactly where you are, like, I don't care what's in your bank account, I don't care what's going on, like, if you got the needs, the basic necessities. Like, if you're watching this, you have a phone. You have a phone or a computer, which means that you have more than enough in a lot of areas, right? But, and I know there's a lot of nuance to that, so don't take it as literally. But the point being is that no matter where you are, you have to be able to feel that level of abundance and flow within yourself, right? Like, people call it delusional, but I literally, like, the dreams that I have, like how big I'm dreaming, most people be like, oh, you're crazy. Like, that's never gonna happen. And I don't care. But the reason why I'm able to dream that big, not even dream, but just know that I'm going to be there, is because, like, I'm grateful for what I have. I am extraordinarily abundant. And that is the thing that I've learned this past year, going through the multiple crises that I went through. In those moments, in those scary moments where I wasn't sure if this was going to get paid or this was I still was able to find that level of gratitude for having what it is that I have and feeling abundant in that respect. And I still carry that with me everywhere I go, which is why no matter what state I'm in, I can still live what I define as a luxurious Black girl life, okay? And honestly, once you get to that point, your life is going to change. Like, I'm not even kidding. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me tell y'all about this. Let's pause real quick. Like, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. So beautiful. I'm actually in the middle of a collaboration with this brand called O.TWO.O. You can get these on TikTok Shop. This is a brand called O.TWO.O. And they sell these matte satin, like luscious liquid lipsticks or lip cream. And it's amazing. Like, look at the material. Like, what? Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I'm so obsessed. I was gonna do a gloss look, but I'm just like, I think I might just rock with the matte today. Like, I'm always doing gloss because gloss is my jam, but this is giving, okay? It's giving. Okay, y'all, I had to put my wig on. I love this wig. So I'm not gonna talk about this wig in this video because I have another video that is all about this wig. So if you want to get the deets on this wig, make sure that you go watch that. I will link it somewhere. I'll link it below, but I'll try to put it at the end of this video as well. But anyway, yeah, so again, your life, Black Girl Luxury, does not have to look like somebody else's. Like, you really have to, if you resonate with this concept, if you resonate with it, if you think about it and you like, oh, I want that, or you aspire to it, just know that it really all starts with you and where you are in your journey. And just know nobody can define it for you, okay? Like, this is your own life and your own experience, and you should, you know, make the most of it, get the most out of it. Don't let nobody get in your head, because the thing about it is people are gonna talk. People gonna talk, especially when you start leveling up. People are going to talk because they're going to see it. But the point is to be in your own little space. Protect yourself, protect what you work for, and just know that if anybody else told you, you got my support. You have my support. I'm here for you. This lip is lipping. I was going to, like I said, I was gonna put some gloss on, but I'm like, girl, this don't need gloss. What are you doing? You don't need no gloss. But I'm like a gloss junkie, but I ain't gonna do it because this is really gorgeous. Like, girl, it's the cocoa brown. Like, I'm obsessed. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for y'all today. This is gonna be the look of the day. Very natural, but very like a natural beat. Like, very yes, girl, like you got the chops. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment below, show some love. If you want to connect with me on social media, Instagram, Lemonade, TikTok, all of the good stuff, be sure to go down to the description and click the link tree because my stuff is always linked there. Or even if you got questions about digital marketing, that website link is on there as well for you to connect with me to get all of your stuff figured out. But that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.